Here's a story time forgot. Remember when John Brennan, Obama's CIA director, the mastermind of the Russiagate hoax to get Trump, remember when John Brennan's security company was caught messing with Obama's passport files at the State Department months before the general election? And a lieutenant cooperating with federal investigators about passport fraud at the State Department was shot dead in his car 1 month later? And then a few years later, after an appropriate amount of time passes so we could forget this, Obama announced John Brennan as a CIA director. Do you remember this story? I do. Let me take you back to March 2008. The State Department reported, quote, unauthorized access to passport files of then candidates Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and John McCain. The breach involved 3 contract employees who accessed sensitive records, including names, dates of birth, and passport numbers. The State Department panicked and quickly explained the incidents were merely the results of imprudent curiosity. They didn't want you to know that one of the file burglars who breached the State Department for Obama's passport worked for a security company named the Analysis Corporation, known as TAC. The CEO of TAC? None other than John O. Brennan. These details came out, but the State Department and the media quickly swept it under the rug. It gets better. Don't laugh, but at this exact time, John Brennan was an advisor to the Obama campaign. So, the advisor to the Obama campaign, right around the time everyone was asking about Obama's mysterious origins, has an employee breaking into the State Department and accessing Obama's passport files. So what was TAC doing, sneaking around and messing with Obama's passport? Removing evidence? Of what? Was it the fact that Obama was in and out of Pakistan at the exact time period that John Brennan was in Pakistan, working for the CIA? The documentation on that is pretty compelling. You see, no one seemed to remember where Obama was from 1981 to 1982. Obama claims he was at Columbia University, but we do not have a shred of confirmed real evidence that he was. No records, no school documentation. And get this, shortly after the State Department breach, Obama had to admit that he did in fact travel to Pakistan in 1981. Astute observers noticed that not only was John Brennan working for the CIA in Pakistan, but another CIA name, Brzezinski. That's right, Mika Brzezinski's dad. He was there too. 26 years after Obama seems to have been in Pakistan at the same time Brzezinski and Brennan were, Obama nominates both of these men to be on his presidential campaign advisory team. As our friends at Conservative Treehouse point out, what are the odds? Adding to the intrigue, a key witness in a related federal probe, Lieutenant Quarles Harris Jr. was fatally shot in his car in Washington, D.C. 1 month after this story broke. Harris had been cooperating with investigators regarding passport information and fraud allegedly obtained from a State Department co-conspirator. His murder remains unsolved. To this day, no direct link has been established, but the timing and the topic has raised questions, to put it mildly. Brennan, after being caught in the scandal of breaking into the State Department and messing with Obama's passport files, is duly rewarded, remember? Brennan becomes Obama's CIA chief. To use Obama's exact words, Brennan had Obama's complete trust. The rest is history. I've been on this Brennan track a long time. For a while, it felt like there were just a handful of us who knew the ramifications of this story if fully unfurled. We were, of course, punished for covering such stories over the years. Here at OAN, we're Exhibit 1. We told the truth, we were over the target, and powerful people used every kill switch in the book to discredit us. But we were right, and we knew it from the very beginning. And if you listened, you also knew. Now, the FBI says they're launching an investigation into Brennan. Huzzah! At long last. Unfortunately, it feels very much like a necessary distraction from the PR disaster that is the Epstein story. Since when does the CIA and the DOJ ever get all transparent and announce that they're working on an investigation? I wish I could say the motives were pure. But then again, God has a sense of humor. In that, I have faith. And you should too. Justice comes for all. It must.